Hey guys, CJ here bringing you my top 5 tips and tricks for Evrima, the Isle. This will most likely be a carnivore tips and tricks since I only play carnivores, but I'm sure some herbivores can pick up a few tips as well. Starting off with number 1 is diet. And not just diet, but how to get the perfect diet from just killing one player dino. You may be thinking, well CJ, don't I need 3 different types of dinos to get my perfect diet? Well no, you don't. Introducing organs. When you kill another player and their body is on the ground, it'll be a certain type of diet, as you know, when you go to eat it, right? But if you attack the corpse until it's fully pink and the ribs are showing, or if you're a big enough dino, you hold G and pick up the dino, then shake it with your body, it'll allow you to extract the organs out of the body with tapping G. Now these organs are the heart, the 2 lungs, and also the intestines. Now the heart is the S nutrient, the lungs gives you the triple dots nutrient, and the intestines which gives you the double lines, or proper terms, protein, carbs, and lipids. Now once you have the perfect diet, which is having all 3 of these, you'll have a growth rate of 50%, which is huge for starting out as a baby dino. There's a whole page on diets where a certain combination of diets will also give you night vision, scent increase, health regen, fracture resistance, and a whole lot more combinations. So make sure you check it out. I'll put a link in the description below. Number 2, food and water locations. There are 2 people that made the best maps in my opinion for food and water locations, Moby Duck and Milla. And here they are side by side. The water map shows green being safe locations to drink water from dinos in the river. Most of these spots are shallow where you can see the dinos before they get close. My favorite place to hunt is in the south on the mountain. There's always deer, boar, and rabbits. Also some goat up on top of the mountain. Perfect for a brand new carnivore. I'll usually spend my first day up there hunting for the perfect diet for 50% growth so I grow quickly. Then I'll head more to the center. This spot just before the waterfall is the best drinking location in my opinion too, also near the south mountain. It's super shallow, super out of the way for any dinos up there. It's got branches right around there so you can see where the shallow water is, and they really can't get close to you unless they're in the water pool spot, but they still gotta run a bit of ways just to get up to you. Number 3, the compass or scent. Now, the compass is a little confusing sometimes for new players, so I want to go over what most of the icons mean for just off of memory. So the water droplet, of course, means the closest water source from you. Now, there's food icons. Of course, you got the nutrients, you got the double slashes, the triple dots, and you have the S. Now, when those are visibly shown on the ground on a body, those are actually not decomposing yet. Now, some new players think that the flies buzzing around the body means it's decomposing. You don't want to eat it because you'll get sickness. Well, it's not true. It's actually when you scent, if it shows the symbol of the nutrient it's going to give you for that body, it is actually still okay to eat. Then, after a while, I don't know the exact time, but eventually it will turn to a bone, and at the top of the bone it had a little flesh. That means it is decomposing. That's when you do not want to eat it. Now this can happen for the little pieces you break off for your perfect diet and whatnot, the lungs, the liver, everything else. So make sure you're watching for that and don't eat decomposing bodies. Also make sure you're not being cannibals unless your species or dinosaur is a cannibal, because it can also give you sickness as well, such as raptors. Raptors cannot eat their own kind, so make sure you watch out for that as well. Number 4, camouflage. Make sure you're going green and black when you're a beginner. This is going to help greatly when you're being tracked to camouflage with the forest. So many players are making their dinos orange and red and bright colors that stick out. If you're new, I wouldn't recommend it. You'll die eventually and stick out like a sore thumb in a bush. Number 5. Last and not least, number 5, controls. Now I'm going to run through some controls as most beginners don't know what your dino can actually do. So let's start off with scent. Standing still, you want to use Q to bring up your scent. This will show you where your compass at the top, as well as show where blood trails are when you bite and bleed another dino. Great for tracking their direction and slowly bleeding a target down like raptors or troodons and hunting them so they can't rest and bleed away. Control is crouch, where you sneak up and or crouch down so you're less likely to be seen. Right click is your special ability for certain dinos you are playing, such as a raptor can pounce onto a target holding right click and start mauling out a dino, and for example a Carno can right click to charge and knock down a dino. Tapping G on a body will pull the organs out of a dino if it's pink, like we talked before, as well as holding G, if you're big enough, will pick up a dino entirely. This is handy if you want to bring a body to your pack or bring it into a forest for better hiding. Your 1 button will broadcast your voice to other dinos. Dinos of your same type know you're there and they can come to you. And number 2 button will friendly call the dinos of the same type. When they're close to you, you hold 2 to invite them to a group, and they'll have to hold 2 as well to join a group. In the tab menu, you can see who's in your group and kick them if you're party leader. Shift is sprint, of course. Z will slow you walking down so you can turn quicker and creep slower standing up. I know I'm missing a few controls, but that's the most important hotkeys you should know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like for the algorithm. Also, let me know what your favorite dino is in the comments and why. I only play Raptor, Carno, and Sarah. Would like to know what other options are fun to play. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to know when I put more videos out.